The controversy surrounding Disney's Snow White remake continues to escalate, with new developments emerging almost daily. While this update might seem slightly behind the latest breaking news, it actually serves as a crucial recap of everything that's been happening. Let's dive into the key points. One of the latest twists involves Martin Kba, a talented actor best known for his role in Pirates of the Caribbean. Kba, who has worked on several major Hollywood projects, recently voiced his frustration with Disney, claiming that the studio let him down by not offering him a red carpet moment at one of their events. To be fair, his disappointment makes sense. As a skilled actor who has contributed to big productions, it's understandable that he would want his moment in the spotlight. Not just to be another name in the credits, but to be properly recognized for his work. However, in an unexpected turn, Kba quickly backtracked on his comments. Shortly after airing his grievances, he reversed his stance, publicly defending Disney and stating that the company had treated him well and provided him with everything he needed. This abrupt shift in position has left fans divided, with some questioning whether outside pressure played a role in his sudden change of heart. Regardless, it's just another layer in the ever-growing drama surrounding Disney's Snow White remake. It's clear that Martin Kba's sudden change in opinion wasn't organic. His shift came suspiciously after what seems like an intervention, possibly a call from someone high up at Disney urging him to walk back his criticism. It's no secret that Disney tightly controls its public image, and it's not unusual for them to silence negative press before it gains traction. But KBO's flip-flop isn't the real issue here. The conversation is now being driven by a growing protest from actors with dwarfism. In case you haven't been following, Disney's decision to replace live-action dwarves with CGI characters in Snow White has caused significant backlash. Many actors with dwarfism, who would have been ideal candidates for these roles, feel that they've been excluded in favor of digital effects. For actors with dwarfism, roles like these were one of the few guaranteed opportunities available to them in Hollywood. These weren't just jobs, they were milestone career moments. Working on a major Disney production like Snow White wasn't just about the paycheck, it was a lifelong dream for many. However, in an effort to appear progressive and avoid controversy, Disney chose to use CGI for the dwarves rather than casting real actors. The logic behind this decision was to avoid perpetuating harmful stereotypes. But in doing so, the studio effectively erased real-life actors from the equation. The frustration within the community isn't just about losing roles. It's about being erased entirely from a story that was originally built around characters like them. The decision to replace live actors with CGI dwarves in Disney's Snow White remake isn't just a creative choice, it's a missed opportunity for visibility in Hollywood. While CGI is a powerful tool for special effects, it can't replace the authenticity of real performances, especially when so many actors with dwarfism were looking forward to these roles. Now, they're being denied the chance to appear in a major Disney film, and rightfully, they are speaking out. A protest is set to take place outside Disney Studios, where actors and advocates will demand true inclusivity, not just surface-level, progressive decisions that end up excluding the very people they claim to protect. The message is clear. Instead of replacing actors with CGI, Disney should be uplifting real performers who have earned their place in the industry. For many in the dwarfism community, this isn't just about one movie, it's about Hollywood's ongoing dismissal of their value as actors. These roles were more than just jobs, they represented a dream and a rare career opportunity. Yet, in the name of so-called progress, they've been taken away. Rachel Zegler sparks new backlash. Meanwhile, Rachel Zegler, who plays Snow White in the remake, has once again found herself at the center of controversy. The actress recently posted a tribute to Adriana Caselotti, the original voice actress of Snow White, attempting to recreate her iconic black and white look from the 1937 animated classic. However, the move backfired. Zegler had previously criticized the original film, calling it dated and dismissing its romantic storyline as problematic. Now, by suddenly honoring the very film she once belittled, fans saw her tribute as hypocritical, a transparent attempt to smooth over past criticisms. The backlash against Zegler, combined with Disney's handling of the CGI dwarves, has only fueled growing skepticism about the remake. Instead of celebrating the legacy of a beloved classic, the film has become a lightning rod for controversy. And the negative attention doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. Rachel Zegler's latest attempt to pay tribute to Snow White has backfired spectacularly. After previously criticizing the original 1937 classic, calling it dated and dismissing its romantic storyline, Zegler suddenly decided to honor Adriana Caselotti, the original voice actress, by recreating her iconic black and white look. Critics were quick to call her out, pointing out the hypocrisy in celebrating a film she had previously dismissed. The backlash was so intense that Disney had to step in, limiting comments on her Instagram post to control the situation. While some comments remain, many have been hidden in an effort to contain the damage. This situation is just one piece of the larger controversy surrounding Disney's remake. Ever since the first promotional materials dropped, fans and critics alike have voiced frustration over the drastic changes to the storyline, characters, and themes. Snow White's character has been altered. The romance has been removed. The classic, elements that made the story beloved have been rewritten. Instead of addressing these concerns, many critics of the film have been labeled as sexist or racist, a tired tactic used to shut down discussion rather than engage with legitimate criticism. However, this strategy is losing its power. When every critic is dismissed as a bigot, those labels lose their meaning. Here's the real kicker: Disney is counting on controversy to drive interest. Regardless of how much negative attention the film receives, the studio expects buzz to translate into box office success. But the big question remains: will it work? If Snow White performs well, expect Disney to double down, dismissing critics as out of touch and resistant to progress. If the film flops, expect a desperate pivot. Disney will shame audiences for not showing up, using guilt tactics to boost sales. The stakes are higher than ever, and with every new controversy, Snow White is shaping up to be one of the most divisive Disney remakes yet. It's an old and predictable tactic, yet Disney continues to use it to manipulate public perception. Their approach to remakes has become frustratingly formulaic, prioritizing virtue signaling over storytelling. Personally, I have no intention of watching Snow White. At this point, I've seen enough of Disney's live-action remakes to know exactly what to expect. A film that's more focused on ticking diversity checkboxes than on honoring the heart of a timeless classic. There's no denying that Snow White holds a special place in cinema history. It was Disney's first ever animated feature, a film that shaped the industry and defined generations of storytelling. While I fully support modernization when done right, I can't help but feel that Disney has taken things too far this time. Instead of crafting a compelling, heartfelt adaptation, they've opted for messaging over magic, for controversy over creativity. Are you planning to watch the movie? Or, like me, do you feel that Disney has strayed too far from the essence of what made Snow White a classic in the first place? How do you feel about the protests by actors with dwarfism? Do you believe Disney's casting decisions were made in good faith, or do you think they should have approached the issue with more sensitivity and inclusivity? Is Disney handling these controversies well, or do they still have a long way to go? Should they focus more on preserving the spirit of beloved stories, or do you believe their attempts at modernization are necessary and justified? It's clear that Disney is walking a fine line, trying to balance modernization with staying true to the legacy of their classics. But as we've seen with Snow White, when that balance is off, the backlash is unavoidable. Whether it's the handling of the dwarfism controversy, the backlash over the character redesigns, or the overall direction of their remakes, it seems like Disney keeps missing the mark. So here's the real question: is it enough for Disney to